Okay, so number 2, guys, we are looking at a word problem that we have to create the picture. So a ladder is 15 feet long. It leans against a house. So let's lean the ladder against the house, okay? So there's the ladder. Somewhat of a sketch. And it's leaning against the house. So we know when it leans, it's going to have this 90-degree angle. Okay, so let's make the house a little bigger. And this is the 90 degrees right here. We know that the ladder is 15 feet. So we at least know the hypotenuse length. And it says the angle of elevation of the ladder is 80 degrees. So angle, oops, that's not how you spell angle. Angle of elevation is 80 degrees. Let's think about something here in just a bit, because you're going to use it for your performance task this week. Angle of depression is 80 degrees. So from the height, or find the height from the top of the ladder to the ground. So we're trying to find this right here. Alright, here we go. The big thing to know on this is angle of elevation and angle of depression. Okay? So remember, if you wake up this early, you see this nice little pretty sunshine. Okay? So, yeah, that's supposed to be a sunrise. The angle of elevation, I don't know if this helps you, but I envision the following. Okay? So here's an angle here that from the same angle, I'm elevating up. It's like the sun coming up in the morning. Okay? So this angle of elevation, it's coming up from the ground. This is what I see in my brain as an angle of elevation. Okay? An angle of depression is like, to me it's depressing, it kind of is. When the sun goes down, so the angle of depression is going to look like from a horizontal, you're not going to go up, you're going to go downward. So this depression would look like this. So whatever this depression angle is, it does depress me, and that would be the angle of depression. So for instance, with this angle of depression, let's say that the angle of depression was 20 degrees. Then that means this would be 20 degrees. Just because it's depressed doesn't mean it's a negative 20 degrees. We're going to say it's 20 degrees. And this right here in blue, we're going to say that this is 80 degrees. My point is this. If I looked at this ladder, and it said in the problem angle of elevation, you have two choices for that angle of elevation. That's it. Those are the only two, because you know it's not the 90. Which one is it, the top or bottom one? It'll be the bottom one. And think of it like that sunrise. It's coming up, if you will, and there's your angle of elevation. So this right here is going to be 80 degrees. Okay? You need to know this, especially, now you need to know it. Is this an angle of depression or is this an angle of elevation? It's neither. This angle is neither. Okay? So an angle of depression is from a horizontal line. Remember, just like that sunrise, is if I were to come here and go down. So if it said the angle of depression was 80 degrees, that would go here. You with me? You learned this in geometry, where there's two parallel lines with a transversal that the opposite interior angles are equal. That's why angle of depression and angle of elevation are always the same. It's just that people mistakenly, when they see angle of depression, they mistakenly put it here instead of subtracting whatever this is from 90 and putting that here. You with me? So it develops this triangle of 10 degrees and 80 degrees. Now we know this is 15, and we're trying to find this height that it asked us to solve for in the original thing. Alright, now you tell me. Either one is fine. You need to put your body where the angle is. What angle do you want to use, 10 or 80? 80. Let's put 80. So I'm going to put my body right here. And what three letters, you should know by now because you have a quiz here in just a bit, what three letters do I use to label the sides of this triangle? O, A, and H. Which one's H? Hypotenuse. Which one's the one that we're solving for? Opposite. So from SOHCAHTOA, which one has these two letters that I'm working with? It's going to be sine. O, we don't know, but H we do. So sine of 80 is equal to O, which is unknown, over H of 15. Guys, even in trig, remember how I told you with law of sines and law of cosines, you have 3 of the 4 pieces? With these, you have 2 of the 3 pieces. Notice the ones that I do have. I have 80, I have 15, but the one I'm missing is x. Yes?
Don't we have to put a degree sign?
You can. You don't have to. In your calculator, if you're in degree mode, is what I was wanting to say. But yes, you're right. As far as on your paper, yes, please put degree sign right there. Questions? Okay. How do you want to do this to solve it? So, do you want to use the solve feature, or do you want to do this by hand? What do you want to do? Let's do the solve feature. You tell me. In solve or solve? Just solve, because I'm not looking for an angle. In solve is the angle. So we could do solve feature on this. Let's go ahead and do that. And then we'll do, whoops, did I give you back your calculator?
Yes.
So we'll do menu 3-1. And it's going to be solving the 80 degrees is x over 15. Okay, so I'm just going to put 80 because I'm in degree mode already. My bad. I realize what I'm doing. The sine of 80 degrees is equal to x over what? What did we say? 15? And then comma x. Okay, I have too many parentheses that I don't need. So sine of 80 is equal to x over 15. We'll solve for x. We'll control answer. We don't have to put degrees because they were in degree mode. And the answer should be 14.772. 14.772 feet is how high it's reaching up on the wall. All right.